Oh no!
Just turn.
It is what it is. And hello. Welcome to another rendition of Sportschat with DJ Matt. Here on 91.5 KNS YouTube Local Alternative. I am DJ Matt. As always, DJ Echo is here.
What up?
I am not having a good morning, actually.
Nope.
It's a sad morning.
Sad.
It's very sad because, you know, Saints. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, if you miss any part of the show, you'll find it on the YouTube later tonight. Preferably, hopefully around a little later than 10 o'clock, but it might be later than 10 o'clock as it normally is. So, you have that to look forward to. And follow us on Instagram at Sportschat with DJ Matt 1 for all the latest updates. Yearbooks are in. They're still giving them out, guys. They're still giving them out. Today, they're at the rec center. You can go get your yearbooks, get a good workout in. You know, yeah, why not? Kill two birds with one stone. There you go. So they'll be at the rec center today from 10 a.m. until 2. You need your current ID, know your Nichols number. You also need, well, no, you don't also need. Yearbooks are also available at Talbot Hall, room 102, from 9 a.m. until 3. So you have two places, as always, to get your yearbooks. They're handing them out all month, so I mean, if you don't get them today, don't worry. Tomorrow, it will be at the dining hall in the cafe. I believe they're hanging them out tomorrow. So you still got some chances this week to go get your yearbook. So if you miss it today, you still got, you know, probably the rest of this week and maybe next week to get it. So let's get into our woes here. Our woes. Saints lost last night. Heartbreaker. I mean, Jesus Christ. We started off the game really well. We really did.
Thank you, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, it was a really. I thought we were up 17-0, I believe, right?
I know that we were up 10-0.
Yeah, we were definitely up 10-0. I believe we were up 17-0. I want to say. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right.
I think it might have gotten to that point, but I don't know.
Yeah, because the Vegas scored like 17 straight points, I think. So, yeah. I think it was 17-0. Because at halftime it was 17-17. But the Saints in the second half just were not good. We're non-existent. But yeah. But here's the thing, though. I don't blame. I mean, the offense was not good. Even without Michael Thomas, we should have been better, I think, on offense. The problem was that our defense could not get off the field. I felt like I was watching the Saints from like 3 or 4 years ago, where it would just be penalties, and we just can't get off the field. And that was the story last night. Derek Carr and the Raiders had like an insane amount of time of possession, so Drew Brees couldn't get into a rhythm really. None of the offense could get into a rhythm. They couldn't really like in the second half, like every drive felt like a must-score drive, and they only had maybe 3 or 4 drives, if even that, to do it. Which, you know, and then that offensive drive with all those penalties, the last one on Emmanuel Sanders, they called it a blindside block. I've never seen such a wuss call in my life.
Yeah. That
was like nothing, and I hate how they go to like the announcers. They go to the aficionado. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, I agree with they made the right call there. Of course he's gonna agree with the refs because he's a former ref. Like, what do you want?
I think every single time that they go to the rules expert, I've only heard him like twice be like, oh yeah, that was the wrong call to make. And
what was it? Was a pass interference? I believe on I don't know who it was on, but it was like a third down.
Apple.
It felt like Eli Apple's were up there. The secondary really disappointed me. Lattimore didn't really have that good of a game. Really didn't. And I thought, like, the Raiders had, I think, like, half their offensive line out. And I thought Cam Jordan was going to wreck. And he really didn't.
Yeah.
So I was very disappointed in that.
The guy that Cam Jordan was lined up against was on the third team.
Yeah, that's not good. Saints need to clean up their act. It's just... It's 2 weeks now where, like, last week, you know, it made sense. Like, it was first game of the week. First game of the season. We're playing against the Buccaneers. You know, we got the win. I'm like, all right. But this was a game that we should have won. I feel like I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Very sad. The good news is I believe we're still at the top of our division. We're tied with the Bucs for 1-1, but we have the tiebreaker because we beat them. So we're still at the top of the division. But here's the thing, though.
Thanks, Atlanta.
Yeah, good job, Atlanta. But the problem is that now next week we got to play the Packers. And if you've been seeing what the Packers been doing the last couple of weeks,
and lighten it up.
If our defense plays like they played last night,
no, the Packers might be down there. Number 1 wide receiver in Devontae Adams.
Yeah, but
that's a might. That's not a is. Like we are down Michael Thomas right now.
We saw Josh Jacobs had a good game last night for the Raiders against our defense. Aaron Jones put up a monster game.
Put up 45 in fantasy.
Like, Aaron Jones was dominating that Sunday for the Packers.
Yeah.
So if Aaron Jones even does any anything of that, Saints are in trouble. I'm telling you, the Saints are in trouble next week. Next week, it's very rarely do you have must-win games, I feel like, early on in the season. But with the way the Buccaneers, I think, are starting to get their act together, we have to stay ahead. We just have to.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Buccaneers win over Carolina. Tom Brady didn't do all that much.
But yeah, no.
And they still won.
We have I'm going to see the Buccaneers schedule. I want to see the Buccaneers schedule. Because I think the Buccaneers are playing another, easy-ish opponent.
Yeah.
Although, no offense. Oh, they're playing the Broncos. Yeah, they're playing a depleted Broncos team. And then,
all their starters are injured.
Yeah, so, I mean... Yeah, Saints must win Sunday night against the Packers. We cannot fall behind.
No.
This was a bad game. This was just a bad game. I stopped watching within, maybe 8 minutes left in the game. I think after they scored that touchdown in the fourth quarter, I was like, I'm done. They're not winning this game. I was like, that's over. Very depressing.
Yeah.
Gotta be better, Saints. Come on. So let's talk about these injuries. You mentioned injuries, because Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord.
They were just getting handed out like a buffet.
You thought COVID was going to get these players? Nah. ACLs be getting these players.
ACL. I saw something last night. It was so funny. I was like, does anybody know what the actual purpose of the ACL is other than to just ruin sports careers?
I did see that.
It's like, you know what? Now that I think about it.
They had a list I saw. I have to find it. It was like a bunch of... Oh, it's this one. I think it was this one. Let's go through some of these injuries. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. Let's see some notable names here. Tremaine Edwards, a linebacker for the Buffalo Bills, is questionable. Christian McCaffrey is questionable, but he's going to be out for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You're looking at Geno Atkins for the Bengals who was out. For the Cowboys, you have Tyron Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, Chidobe Awuzie. For the Broncos, a very injury-riddled team. You have Philip Lindsay. You have Devontae Harris, corner. Drew Lock is out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
LA Tech star Jeff Driscoll stepping in for him, though, so we got that Louisiana blood in there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, excuse me. Then for the Lions, you have Kenny Galladay, that's out. Desmond Trufant, the corner that they just got, I believe is out. For the Packers, Devontae Adams, questionable. You have Kenny Clark, that's questionable. For the Texans, Duke Johnson, running back, questionable. Colts, another team that's kind of injury-riddled. You have Jack Doyle and Rock Ya-Sin, Paris Campbell, Blue Cooker, Xavier Rhodes, guys that they need. Ooh, Jacksonville, DJ Chark is on the injury list, questionable. Sammy Watkins, questionable. Frank Clark, questionable. For the Raiders, you have Trent Brown, a guy they missed last night. Richie Incognito was out most of that game, too. Chargers, Tyrod Taylor, Justin Herbert, we'll get to him later. Justin Jones, Brian Beluga, Cam Akers, Malcolm Brown for the Rams, they're questionable. Dolphins, Byron Jones, Devontae Parker, Shaq Lawson, Xavier Howard. I'm not even done yet.
Yeah, and I mean, whenever you look at, the big ones.
Saquon. Sterling Shepard.
And if you want to talk about the biggest one, how about just the entire San Francisco 49ers
Oh, I just
team?
got to them. Look at this. George Kittle, questionable. D Ford, questionable. Nick Bosa's out for the season. Tevin Coleman, doubtful. Jimmy Garoppolo, questionable. Raheem Mostert, doubtful. Solomon Thomas, I think, is out for the season as well. Yeah, and then, I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm not even done yet. It's still got more blood. I mean, the injuries are just crazy this year. I've never seen it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to talk about your Colts. They lost a couple people. They lost Malik Hooker and Paris Campbell.
I mean, what a rough weekend. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's like the Seahawks lost a couple. Bruce Irvin, Marquise Blair. But, you want to talk about somebody who got... Just, you know who looks the worst after these injuries?
Who?
The Jets, because the San Francisco 49ers lost all their starters. They were out there with the practice squad. And the Jets still lost.
First play of the game, Raheem Mostert busts an
80-yard touchdown.
And then later in the game, it was 3rd and 31, and the 49ers just did
a running play. And they
he got 50 yards.
And they got it, yeah. If anybody looks worse after all these injuries, it's the Jets. And they didn't probably... I don't even think they lost any... Jets. Ooh.
Well, I want to get into that a little bit. I mean, I didn't have it written down, but I did want to kind of get into it. after 2 weeks, who is clearly the worst team in the NFL? It's got to be the Jets.
It's got to be the Jets,
I tried to think
without
of,
question.
I tried to think of the Vikings. I'm like, well, the Vikings aren't the worst team. They're just disappointing. And then you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think they're tanking anymore.
They won.
I don't think they're tanking anymore.
They won week 1.
They won week 1. They didn't win last week, but
They
I mean,
almost.
They almost. I mean, Gardner Mitchell looks really good. I'm like,
And then
I
you
don't
want to
think they're
say
tanking.
Washington football team? Nah, they won the first week too.
No, I mean,
But
they,
you know who's at very much at the bottom?
the Jets.
The
Just
New
the
York
only
Jets.
team that you can look at clearly and be like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Which begs the question now. Because I'm thinking, look, the Jets can say, oh, they won, but oh, we have all the confidence in Adam Gase and this and that. I'm telling you, at the end of the season, if they're like only won like 3 games, he's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. And but that begs the question: if they get the number 1 pick, does the next coaching regime want Sam Darnold, or do they want to go at Trevor Lawrence? Like that's the question. And I think Jacksonville at this point too would have to answer that question. Because I think if Jacksonville does bad, really bad, if they win like 3 or 4 games and they get the 1 pick, I mean Doug Marrone's gonna be gone. But like, do you stick with Gardner? Because I think Gardner's literally playing for his job, and he's playing like
He's playing really good.
He's playing really good. I'm thinking you might just want to keep Gardner
Just
and
keep,
build around him.
and grab someone else that's not Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. So, is there a possibility that Trevor Lawrence might not even be the number 1 pick just because of the teams that are at the bottom?
I think if the Jets get it, I think that they should look at drafting Trevor Lawrence. I think if the Jaguars, the Washington football team, or another team get it who already has an established quarterback, maybe not so much the Washington football team, but definitely the Jacksonville Jaguars. If they get it, I would say keep Gardner and grab the best player in the draft who's not named Trevor Lawrence, or just trade out the number 1 pick and get a good haul.
Yeah. I feel bad though for Justin Fields. I don't know if he's coming out after this year. I don't know if he's going to be a sophomore this year. I think, huh?
I have no idea.
Or something like that. I don't know what he's going to be. But whatever it is, if he's going to be in this year in this draft with Trevor Lawrence, you look around the league, almost every team has their quarterback situation figured out. Like the Patriots were a team everyone was thinking like, oh yeah, they could be tanking and just get Trevor Lawrence and then have another dynasty. But the way Cam Newton's playing, I mean, I think Cam Newton's going to be there for a while in New England.
Yeah.
So Patriots are going to be out. I mean, you look at what's another team possibly? I don't know. There's like so many teams that have their quarterback situations figured out. Like there's no really any openings. Like Miami's not going to waste another pick on a quarterback. They have Tua.
Yeah.
You know, the Chargers have Justin Herbert.
And I mean, even if Tua doesn't pan out, that's going to take a couple of years for them to figure out.
Yeah, because Tua's really going to play this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's very interesting. This draft this year is going to be very interesting because I just think because we have such a big influx of quarterbacks the last couple of drafts. Every team seems to be pretty content with their quarterbacks. The Saints are an interesting team too with their opening, but they're not going to get the number 1 pick or anything.
No,
that's not happening. But if Justin Fields falls to them, I can see them drafting him. Like because I mean, Drew Brees. This is going to be Drew Brees' last year. You can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, especially the way that he's been playing.
Yeah, I feel like he's not playing as good as I hoped he would. But you know, that's age. It happens. So the Saints are a team that I think if they unless they commit to Taysom or Jameis, but I don't know. They're a mystery right now. I want to get into Justin Herbert, man, because he found out he was playing like 2 seconds before the game against the Chiefs, and
almost beat him.
And he almost beat him. Yeah. Look, I like Tyrod Taylor a lot, and you know, but he's a journeyman quarterback.
Yeah.
The way Justin Herbert played against the Chiefs, I don't think Tyrod Taylor could have played any better. So to me, Justin Herbert won that job just right there. If I was the coach, I'm like, I'm rolling with that kid.
I'm rolling with that kid. Sorry, Tyrod. Go get another team in you, feather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like the situation in Cleveland because he was in Cleveland in Baker's rookie year, and then he started the first couple of games, and then they put Baker in.
And then bye-bye Tyrod Taylor.
History repeats itself. How about that? I gotta tell you, Justin Herbert in the draft. I don't know if I said this on air or any of the shows or Zoom shows. I believe I said I know Joe Burrow's obviously my favorite quarterback in the draft because it's Joe Burrow in the LSU. And I really like Tua because he's left-handed, you know, so I root for all left-handed quarterbacks. So I'm left-handed, you know, gotta represent. But I said Justin Herbert was the guy I thought the Colts were gonna get if they were stuck at the 13th pick. Although he didn't last through the 13th.
Right.
He was picked right after Tua was. But I was thinking if any quarterback was going to go to Indianapolis, if they were going to draft one, I wanted Justin Herbert there. That's how much I liked him. I really liked him.
I'll tell you what. I think out of the 3 big quarterbacks, or even if you want to say the entire quarterback class, for the rookie class for this year, I think if everyone stays on their respective teams that they were drafted by, which isn't going to happen because that's not how the NFL works anymore, but if all those quarterbacks that were drafted by their teams stay on their teams, I think Justin Herbert has the best career.
That's it. Justin Herbert's kind of the forgotten guy too. Everyone's talking Burrow and Tua.
Because you look at Tua, they're going to be on the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
They're improving. They are improving. You look at Burrow on the Cincinnati Bengals.
They're work in progress.
Now you look at the Chargers. They've been in playoff contention for the past couple of years.
Right.
And
good defense.
Right. You slot him in. You look at him. They almost just beat the Chiefs, which is not an easy thing to do. Right. They have weapons. So I think if you want to just limit it to the top three, Burrow, Tua, and Herbert, I think Herbert has the best career. If they stay on their teams. If Burrow was to go in a better system, then of course Burrow would have a better career. Same with Tua.
The only problem with where Justin Herbert's at, though, because the Chargers are a good team. Last year they just didn't play well. I don't know what went wrong with them. They just fell apart last year. But they really are a good team. So the only problem is you're in a division with Patrick Mahomes. So if you're gonna have any chance of the playoffs, you gotta get a wild card spot. I mean, unless some big injuries happen to the Chiefs. But the way this year is going so far, I'm not gonna rule it out. I don't want that to happen.
Unless Patrick Mahomes pulls like Andrew Luck and like, you know what? I think I'm done with football.
I got that 100 million guarantee, like 300 million guarantee, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Yeah. No, but I mean, yeah. So Justin Herbert, I mean, look, I'm honest with you. Right now, after seeing, obviously you can't put Tua because Tua didn't really play yet, but after seeing Joe Burrow after 2 games and I'm seeing Justin Herbert after 1 game,
I don't know.
I like Herbert right now more than Burrow, if I'm being honest. And it's not that Burrow played bad.
Burrow's just on the worst team.
Okay, explain to me. This is my only problem. They threw the ball 61 times, which is insane against the Browns. They threw the ball 61 times, or 60-something times. AJ Green only caught like 3 passes. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. My fantasy was ruined because you didn't give AJ Green the ball.
Explain that.
I'm just saying. And then Matt Ryan and the Falcons, why didn't you throw the ball to Julio? Why didn't you throw the ball? They put up, okay, AJ Green put up 5 points. Julio put up like 4 points. If they would have just each put like 10 points, which is really 5 catches and like 40 yards. That's all you needed to put up for me. That's all I needed, and I would have won. Jesus Christ, what's going on?
I would just like to point out that in the final minute and 45 seconds in the game, the Atlanta Falcons still had a 99.9% chance.
The dirty birds. They're at it again.
And then what did they do?
3.
Okay, did they change the ruling for the onside kick?
My dad and me were going crazy when that happened. We were like, how do you not fall on the ball?
I need to find out.
No, they did change that rule. No, the 10-yard rule still exists for the other team, though. The kicking team has to wait for it to go 10 yards. You know what that tells me, though? And it's because they didn't probably practice that situation, and probably half of those special teamers are probably rookies or, like, second-year players. I don't know. But still, though, like, I don't even play football, and I knew that. Like, you gotta jump on the ball. What were they waiting for? That was so bad. That was so bad. Like, I don't even know. Like, if I was a special teams coordinator, I would have broken I don't know how many clipboards. I would have flipped I don't know how many water coolers. I would have probably had to be ejected for yelling at my own players. I'd be going off on them. Like, that's unacceptable. That's textbook football. Jump on the ball. Jump on the ball. That's your number 1 job in an onside kick situation. Jump on the ball. You don't have to wait for it to go 10 yards. Like, there was a guy, I don't know who it was, but there was a guy, the ball went right in front of him. He just stood there. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And look, I'm happy the Falcons lost. But I'm not happy the Cowboys won. At least not like that.
Dude, I don't like even whenever the Cowboys scored the touchdown, I was like, you know what? They still have to recover the onside kick because I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was doing my play, right? I had plays this weekend. My performances was this weekend. I was watching the game backstage, and I was like, you know what? The Falcons still have a chance to win this because you know what? The Cowboys have to kick an onside kick. I'm
That's
still
right.
feeling good. And then I watched an onside kick, and I was like, that's what I get for trusting the Falcons.
Dirty birds, man. They were up 21-0 after the first quarter.
I know. I'm aware. I was keeping track.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about this whole thing. I don't know who to really blame for them losing. Who do I blame? Do I blame Dan Quinn? I don't know. I mean, he's not on the field. Maybe the player. I mean, you can't really say you can blame the coaches because I mean, you have to think. If you've been even in college, I think it's the same rule in college. I want to say with the onside kick. It has to go, like, I mean, you jump on it. Like, what are we doing here? It perplexed me. I think it perplexed the world. I think everyone was like, took a second. The world stopped literally and went, what just happened?
Let's just put it this way. The ball passed by 5 different Falcons players. And what happened? The Dallas Cowboys recovered the ball. How does that even happen? And Quinn, Robert Quinn, is trying to claim that the knew the rules.
Well, maybe he knew the rules.
Arthur Blank, the team owner, came out and said his players clearly didn't understand the rules and what they needed to do.
No, the players on the sideline probably knew the rules, but the players on the field did not. I'm telling you, those are first and second. If you guys don't know, special teams players, especially like kick return coverage and all that stuff, usually that's like rookies or like second-year players, guys that are borderline on the roster. That's where they put them. They put them on special teams. So these guys are just trying. I mean, and look, sometimes in those situations they put in like a Julio Jones or they'll put in a tight end to make sure they get the kick.
All of them should lose their job. Every single one. Single one of those Falcons that the ball passed and they didn't even go for it.
See if the Rock will take you in the exit
right now. Right now.
If we lose to the Falcons, let's say it's so sad.
Anyway, lighthearted. I think the game of the week, Patriots Seahawks.
I called it too. I said that was gonna be the game of the week. Listen, that was a great game. I have total faith in Cam Newton in the Patriots uniform. I like the fit. I mean, I really do.
Yeah. Nail biter till the end. I mean, that last
Great
play.
Game.
Well. How the turntables, you know.
I was thinking that. How the turntables.
So.
That was that. Well, I don't know who caught that ball. That ball that was like a 6% chance of being caught. Like did some analytics on it that Russ Wilson threw.
Was that Edelman? I caught that. Was
no,
the
it was
one
a
that
Seahawks player. It was a Seahawks player.
Oh.
It was a touchdown from Russell Wilson. It was like, I don't know. It was a great touchdown. But
Great game.
It was a great game. I mean,
hey, you know what? I'm less mad about the Patriots losing that one than I am about Atlanta losing that one because it's not like the Patriots had this 20-0 lead.
No, it was a good game throughout. And I mean, right now, if I had to choose the 2 people that I'm picking for MVP this year, it's between Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray. Those are my 2 picks right now for MVP.
Wow.
Yeah, I already predicted Russell Wilson to win MVP this year, but Kyler Murray to me is definitely jumping up there.
What are you trying to pass me up as Arizona bandwagon fan of the month?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm with you on the like you're the driver. I'm the seat like on the bus, like you're the driver. I'm the seat right behind the driver.
Okay, all right.
That's where I'm at.
So you're just trying to take the driver's seat, is what you're saying?
I'm the backseat driver.
Oh my god.
Go right.
I'm like, nah, shut up.
No, but I'm serious. No, I'm telling you. I mean, look, DeAndre Hopkins to that offense is a big difference, and I think that Cardinals defense is not that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great.
Of course, it could be better, but I mean, it's got the pieces.
For right now, it's acceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cardinals. I'm with you. I'm with you with the Cardinals. They're gonna make a playoff run, I think. Because the 49ers, I don't know what they're gonna do. And the Rams. Everyone's also high on the Rams. They beat the Bears. Not the Bears. They beat the Cowboys, who, whatever. And they beat the Giants. Oh, not the Giants. Who did they beat? Was it the Giants? Who they played last week?
I don't know.
It wasn't a team that was good.
No.
I know that for sure. Oh, it was the Eagles. Yeah, Eagles are having problems.
Oh,
yeah. So they didn't beat. Yeah, so they didn't really play any like big competition.
Yeah, just wait till the Rams play an actual team. They'll lose.
See,
this week, they'll lose this week.
We were right about Kirk Cousins, but that dude's struggling.
That dude's trash.
So we were right about Kirk Cousins, and we're also right about Jared Goff. It's just they hadn't had the opponents to lose yet.
But they'll lose in week 3.
Yeah, they'll lose in week 3. Who are they playing?
The Bills.
Yeah, Bills Mafia.
They're losing in week 3.
Josh Allen, I think, when we said at the beginning of the year, we were like, Josh Allen needs to take that next step. I think he has. I think he has. You saw him bull rush that guy?
Oh my god.
Dude, oh my god.
That run that he had where he had like 3 people on him and he kept going, I was like, Josh Allen is it.
Josh Allen's a beast. Dude, I love the Bills. I'm rooting for the Bills, man. I know the Steelers are my sleeper pick and I'm sticking to that for the Super Bowl, but the Bills are alive. The Bills are alive. I'm telling you.
Bills Cardinals Super Bowl, I'm calling it.
And look, that'd be a great Super Bowl. I'm not going to lie. I would like that Super Bowl.
Be a lot better than Patriots Rams, for instance.
Anything's better than Patriots Rams. Although if it were happening this year, I'm rooting for the Patriots just for Cam.
Yeah.
Just
Let's go Cam. Never thought I would hear you say that.
Right. You want to go through all the scores real quick before we go to break, and I'll
Yeah. All right, I'll go through them. So, Thursday night, this feels like forever ago now, but the Browns eked out a close one against our Bengals. Sorry, Joe. R.I.P. 35-30. Then we get to Sunday. Steelers versus Broncos. Broncos lost a lot of people. Still almost won that. Steelers eke out 26-21. Buccaneers win an easy game against the Panthers. Take away Panthers lose Christian McCaffrey for a little bit. Buccaneers win that one 31-17. 49ers beat the Jets. We already talked about them. Jets should be kicked out of the NFL. 49ers win 31-13. Jaguars versus Titans. Very close game. Jaguars almost go 2-0. Titans go 2-0, 33-30. Giants Bears. Giants lose Saquon Barkley. Also lose the game. Bears win 17-13. Rams play the Eagles. I have no idea why I thought the Eagles were a good team at the beginning of the season. Rams win that one 37-19. Vikings-Colts. Vikings, again, should be kicked out of the NFL. Colts win that one 12-11.
Colts.
Packers-Lions. Lions make it a bit closer than I thought it would be. Packers still win that one, though, 42-21. Falcons-Cowboys. Falcons lose a game. Cowboys win a game, 40-39. Good lord. Bills-Dolphins, closer than what I thought it would have been. Bills eke that one out, 31-28. My Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington football team. Washington football team still shows up pretty good. Cardinals win that one, though, 30-15. Ravens at Texans. Huge respect for both Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson, though Ravens win that one 33-16. Chiefs-Chargers, probably the most surprising game of the week. Well, most surprising game of Sunday. Chiefs win that one 23-20 in overtime. I think that's our first overtime game of the season.
I think so. Good game,
Sunday night football, probably best game of the week. Seahawks barely win against the Patriots. Patriots lose on a goal line stand from the Seahawks. Who would have thought? Seahawks win 35-30. And the most surprising and disappointing game of the week was Monday Night Football. Raiders beat the Saints in their Las Vegas home debut, 34-24.
Okay, real quick. So, it's not really breaking news, but news. Adam Schefter just reported that Blake Bortles is going to go visit Denver Broncos, probably to back up Jeff Driscoll, or maybe even start for the Broncos because Drew Lock's going to be out.
Okay,
So Blake Bortles, who look, say what you want about Jacksonville when Blake Bortles was there. I feel like Blake Bortles was a little underappreciated. I mean, like they almost went to the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you what, though. Let me ask you this.
Okay, go for it.
That 2017 team that went to the conference finals.
Right.
I'm mixing my sports, but whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got you.
Take out Blake Bortles, put in Gardner Minshew. What happens?
Oh, Super Bowl, baby.
Super Bowl, baby.
They win the Super Bowl. You know what? I would love it, too. Oh, man. All right, so the picks recap real quick before we go to break. It was hey, look. I know last week
we did pretty good.
We did pretty good. I mean,
well, you did better than me, but
I got. I should have picked the Colts. I should have picked the Colts.
Yeah.
See, I had to push them. See, they got mad at me because I didn't pick them.
That's right.
So they played better for me.
So you're just gonna start picking against them so they win all their games now?
That's what I'm doing for this against the Saints. I'm gonna pick the Packers to win just so the Saints can be motivated because DJ Matt said no.
Oh my God.
No. But yeah. So I got 3 wrong. DJ Echo got 4 wrong. But you know what though? I mean, they were all close games. It wasn't like, well, except for the close Vikings game. We both picked the Vikings to win. So, but other than that, I mean, it could have gone either way. It was a very competitive week.
I mean, Bengals almost beat the Browns. And I'll tell you what happened. Thursday, I saw that the Browns won, and I was like, man, all I need is either the Falcons to beat the Cowboys or the Patriots to beat the Seahawks. And that'd be a lot easier than needing both of those to happen. And what happens? Neither of them happen.
Yeah, neither of them happened, yeah. So it was a very competitive week. So we both have 1 point now.
1-1. Just like the Saints.
Yeah, we're 1-1. We have our picks Thursday.
That's right.
So we're gonna go to break, and when we come back,
we finally talk about basketball.
We finally get to have basketball on the show.
And we get to clown the Clippers.
Real quick, baseball is like people are clinching playoff spots in baseball right now. No one's talking about it.
I know, the San Diego Padres playing the playoff spot, and they haven't done that in like forever.
What's going on in baseball? No one knows. But we got basketball.
Who cares?
We got basketball on the other side of the break. This is Sportschat with DJ Matt on 91.5 KNSU Thibodeau, your local alternative.
What's going on with baseball? Who knows? Who
cares?
cares? All right, to basketball. Finally, we get to clown the Clippers.
They didn't have a game last night. I thought they would have a game last night.
Yeah. So, I know we didn't talk about this. Well, we're probably not going to talk about this, but Montrezl Harrell, apparently, to the Raptors. People are saying they might already have a deal done.
Yeah.
But they just can't come
Also,
out
I'm hearing
with it.
rumors that Drew Holiday might go back to the 76ers. And I saw that we might get Tobias Harris and Al Horford. I want Al
I don't know
Horford,
about
though.
that haul though.
I want Al Horford, though. I said in offseason we should have gotten Al Horford. Because like, I feel like that was a better center than Favors. Because at least Al Horford shoots the 3.
It seems like we're trading Drew Holiday, because people want him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think he's probably one of the best defensive guards in the league.
He is the best defensive guard in the league.
Though you wouldn't think so by the defensive teams, but
They don't know what they're doing.
I don't even know what I would want for Drew Holiday. Like, what would be a good haul?
I was down with them trading to the Wizards for getting Bradley Beal.
I would be down for that.
I'd be down for that trade. But I don't know. I don't know. See, I feel like they are going to trade him. I just don't know where and I don't know for what. And I'm like I mean, I want Drew here. I've said it a lot of times. I want Drew here, but for the right price, I mean, of course you let him go for the right price.
I mean, shoot, if we can trade him to the Suns for like D-Book, that'd be pretty good. But
Oh no, that'd be a bad trade. I don't want to trade him. I mean, I want D-Book. That'd be great, but
yeah, I know. But that'd be something though. We'll give you Drew Holiday for Devin Booker. Okay, we'll do that. Wait, what? Yeah, sure. Why not?
what if we trade him for like what if we traded him to like Minnesota and we can get like the #1 pick maybe.
And then draft 2.
LaMelo probably. I don't know. I don't know. That's the question. I don't know what I would do. I really don't. It just depends on the trade package. I don't know. It depends. I know Nets want him. I know 76ers want him. I think everybody wants him, to be honest.
I mean, who would?
Who doesn't? But
A really good defensive
can we
guard.
trade him to Memphis for Ja?
Dude,
That'd be a great
I would
trade.
do that.
Dude, I mean,
Memphis would definitely not do that,
Memphis
but I
would
would
go,
go for that so
oh
hard.
my God, him and Zion.
Rookie of the
You
year.
thought
and
Lonzo
other
and Zion
rookie
could
of
lob
the-
it up? Dude, him and Ja would lob
Oh
it up.
my God.
That'd be insane.
Dude, that'd be one of the best duels in the league right there. Ja Morant and Zion
I mean,
Williamson.
it'll never happen, but I mean, I want it to. So
Oh my God, dude. We just wait for Ja Morant to not be happy on the Grizzlies, and we'll just be like, come to New Orleans.
Strike.
Come play with Zion on.
Strike.
You know you want to.
The Iron Top.
I know you want to.
What the fuck is burning up?
Let me swallow this mic real quick.
And we are back with Sportschat. DJ Matt here on 91.5 KNSU Thibodeau, your local alternative. If you missed any part of the show, it's on YouTube. At Sportschat DJ Matt on YouTube. So if you missed any part of the show, it will be on there later tonight. Follow us on Instagram. I just posted the pics again.
And by later tonight, we mean like midnight.
Worst case scenario. Yeah. So follow us on Instagram at Sportschat DJ Matt 1 for all the latest updates. I just posted the pics update. Get your yearbooks, guys. They're at the Rec Center from 10 a.m. until 2 today. Colonel ID and Nichols number, that's what you need. Your books are also at Talbot Hall, room 102, from 9 a.m. until 3. So get your yearbooks, guys. Come on. You gotta get in the spirit. Get your yearbooks. So, like I said, we can finally talk about NBA playoffs. It's, yay. We're in the conference finals now. It's Lakers Nuggets. It's Heat Celtics.
That's right. We don't have a Battle of Los Angeles in the finals. Woohoo! Thanks,
The
Nuggets.
funniest thing I saw from that, though, was, like, Paul George said, like, yeah, he was, like, trying to rally the troops and be
So
like, yeah,
we
we're
should
going to come
stick
back next
together
year.
as a team.
And then he was like, everyone
Everyone's
rolled their eyes
like,
at me.
Yeah, okay. I wonder why, Paul George. Wonder why they're saying that. Guy can think of a couple. Listen. I'm not saying that I could have done anything better, but that 3 that Paul George took in the corner in that last game, that didn't even go anywhere near the rim.
That's terrible.
I'm not saying that I could have done any better, but I'm just saying it would have at least hit the rim.
There was a meme, I think, of like Kawhi was like, I wish I would have went to the Lakers instead.
I love the memes. It's like watch Kawhi just show up to the Raptors whenever they start having practices for next season, like nothing ever happened.
Yeah. I mean,
What do you mean I've been here? Been here.
yeah, I don't know what the Clippers are gonna do. Like we said over the break, was that like Montrezl Harrell might be going to the Raptors. That seems like a deal that's pretty much done, but it can't be finalized till the offseason.
Right.
Which they moved the draft also to November instead
Yeah,
of after the finals. So I don't know when the offseason technically starts. I guess late October, early November. I guess it starts, huh?
I guess.
Something like that. I don't know.
I think that once it starts, they'll come out Montrezl Harrell to the Raptors.
Yeah, so that's a deal that seems to be done. We were talking over the break about Drew Holiday. Like, I saw something where the 76ers now seem to be interested in trading for him to get him back in Philly, because he used to play for Philly before he came to New Orleans. And I saw the package that was rumored they were going to give us was Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and I think Josh Richardson, and I don't know about maybe a pick. I don't know what pick it was, but which I don't know. I guess I'd do that deal. I mean, I'm not against that deal. I mean, Tobias Harris, I think, just needs a better team. I think the Pelicans would be like, because Tobias Harris is a good scorer, and you get him and Bi get going, and you got Zion. I mean, it seems like an okay fit, I guess. No Horford, and like I said, in the offseason, I said that we need a center. We need a center that can score, and I'm like, Al Horford's a guy that can defend and score. Yeah. More than Favors does, at least.
Right.
So I feel like that'd be an improvement. That might be what we need. So I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like a good center is what we're missing, but the problem is that we would have to give up Drew for it.
I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. The Pelicans are the team that I think everyone's going to be looking to see what they do. Because, I mean...
Because, Zion.
Yeah, but also, I feel like they definitely disappointed in the bubble, and they should have been at least in the play-in. I feel like that was...
And you know what? This is what I think. I think if Drew gets traded, I think we should keep Lonzo at least.
I'm against trading Lonzo just because I think Zion likes him. And I want Zion to be happy. I don't want to get rid of Zion. I'm telling you, Lonzo and Zion have the best chemistry on the team, period. And you're just going to trade that away? I just don't...
So this is me. Either keep Drew and trade Lonzo, or...
Trade Lonzo and
keep Lonzo and trade Drew. Or, and call me crazy, keep both.
I think we're a playoff roster anyway.
Call me crazy.
As we were built right now.
We don't need to trade.
We
could go for a better center.
If you watched the video on YouTube of me talking about what the Pelicans should do in the offseason, it's about a 30-minute video. I went into what the Pelicans should do with the coaching and then the offseason, who you should get and whatnot. I said, look, I know he's only going to be a second-year player now, but you have to treat him like a LeBron James. His happiness matters.
Yeah.
It's because why did AD want to leave?
Because he wasn't happy.
He wasn't happy. You have to keep your stars happy. You have to surround them at least with a team that he can think he can go to war with and win a lot of games. So we need to be smart this offseason. I think David Griffin's a smart guy. I really do. I have a lot of faith in him. And I think he's going to make the right moves. Yeah. I'm very interested in who they're going to hire as a coach. I mean, to me personally, Billy Donovan's available. I go for him because what he did in OKC. I mean, I think he'd be a great coach in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I don't want D'Antoni. Keep D'Antoni away from
New Orleans. No, don't
keep
come here.
Go to Philly, D'Antoni.
Go to Philly. Go.
I don't want D'Antoni here. That's the only coach I'm like, no.
Go turn Ben Simmons into the next James Harden.
Oh, that's a trade. What if we traded Drew for Ben Simmons? Because you gotta think. You don't think they'll split up Joel and Ben?
We already talked about this, and I said that it wouldn't be a good fit because Ben Simmons and Zion Williamson basically have the same play style. The only difference is that Ben Simmons is technically a guard.
No. Anyway.
We've already talked about this. You literally just said, let's keep Zion happy. Also, Matt, hey, why don't we get somebody who has the exact same play style?
What does that make Zion happy? I mean, I don't know what makes Zion happy.
Well, I mean, if it makes Zion happy, then go for it. But I mean, like, good lord.
All I know about Zion is that he rooted for Thanos in the end game, so I don't know.
I mean, well, what's Thanos wrong? I mean, look.
No kidding.
Look at the world right now.
I don't want to get into that. No, but it's happening. The point is, you have to. I would go as far as to consult him. I would be like, hey, this is what we're thinking of doing, and if he gives you the okay, then do it. That's, to me, that's what you got to do. Run everything by him, because his happiness matters. After 5 or 6 years, I don't want to lose him because he's unhappy.
Right.
That's the one thing I don't want to do. That's what happened with AD.
This is gonna be the Pelin cycle. They're gonna draft somebody with the #1 pick. They're gonna play with him, and then he's gonna get unhappy. They trade him for a big haul, get the #1 pick, draft the next person. They do that for a couple years. He gets unhappy. They trade him for a big haul. They get the #1 pick again, and then they just keep the cycle going until we eventually get it together and win the finals.
Yeah. But let's get into some playoff talk. We kind of went on a tangent there. We didn't really talk about any of the playoffs. So let's talk about Heat Celtics first. That series is now, Heat is up 2-1.
The Heat are what the Clippers think they are.
You're right. You're exactly right. The defensively and the mindset, yeah.
And that's all because of Jimmy Butler. You want to look at Jimmy Butler, credit to Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Last time the Bulls went to the playoffs, he was part of them.
Oh, yeah.
Last time the Timberwolves were pretty good, he was part of it. Last time the 76ers were good, he He was part of it. And look at the Heat now. They're in the conference finals.
Jimmy Butler is now, but
He is the guy.
but I want to laugh at the Celtics because like they had basically a locker room meltdown after Game 2.
And they came back to win Game 3.
Yeah, but they realized they needed Gordon and Hayward, and they were like, "Yeah, Gordon, I know you're hurt, but let come play."
I know you're about to have a kid, but why don't you come play?
Yeah, I mean, you have another one, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to see the kid.
You'll be alright. I still got to keep winning this series though.
Yeah, I did.
Although the Celtics did win the last game.
It's all right. I mean, they could win 4-1.
Yeah. The Celtics Heat got a good time off though. They don't play I think till tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So they got a couple days off, which is weird. I don't know why they did.
Right. The last time they played was Saturday.
Yeah, that's a long time
and then
off.
now they'll
I
have
don't know
till
why they
Wednesday,
did
so it should be a good game.
that. Why they did that? See, me, if I'm the NBA, you want to get this thing as good as get it done as fast as possible, right?
Yeah, but you can't have them like playing back to back to back to back to back. You know.
That's what they've been doing the whole playoff.
Yeah, but you gotta give them breaks.
I guess. Yeah. So tonight it's LA against Denver. I got Lakers going to the final. I don't see Denver. But I know like the other series.
So do you think the Nuggets are going to win a game in this series?
If they don't win tonight, then
No.
they're done. If they win tonight, then the 3-1 thing might come back. If the legend continues. But if the Lakers win tonight, I'm just gonna say it's over. No one's ever come back from 3-0. So
I think the funniest thing would have been is if the Nuggets won the first game, right, and then the Lakers win the next 3 games.
And then the Nuggets just came back.
So then what happens, right? Because both of the series, the Lakers, the other team won the first game, and then the Lakers won the rest. And then with the Nuggets, they've been down 3-1 both series and have come back.
Maybe.
So who wins that one? The 3-1 or coming back from 3-1?
What if the Nuggets want the Lakers to go 3-0? What if they're like, you know what? We're on the streak of going back to 3-1. Let's be the first team to come back from 3-0.
They're like, you know what? We're doing it.
We're doing it. No one thought we'd get this far anyway.
And they're like, we got to make it close. We got to make it close. We'll let AD hit a game winner. But once they go up 3-0, that's it. They ain't winning no more games.
Yeah. So this playoffs have been good. I mean, I can't complain about the playoffs. Heat are going. It's gonna be Heat Lakers probably.
Which is what I've been saying would be a good finals.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Heat hard.
I think the Heat have a chance in that finals.
I do too. Weirdly enough, I do too.
I don't know if they'll win, but I think they have a chance. I think it'll go 6, maybe even 7.
Well, I hope the Heat win. Boy, that'd be so funny. Everyone's gonna lose their mind.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring this up with you because I know that you're gonna feel the same way. LeBron was so mad about only getting 16 votes for the MVP.
Listen.
I want to hear your take first.
Okay. I don't buy that from LeBron. Okay, he's trying to be like Kobe. It's not working. You're not Kobe. Okay, quit trying to imitate Kobe. AD too. AD's trying to imitate Kobe. Okay, we get it. Okay, we get Kobe's gone. We all miss him. R.I.P. I get it. But y'all need to stop pretending like y'all really are Kobe. Okay, listen to this. So, you can't tell me LeBron doesn't listen to all the outside noise. You can't tell me he doesn't, because he does.
There's no way.
So he knows full well that Giannis was going to win that MVP anyway. You got to imagine that. I mean, come on. Like, was he surprised that he didn't win? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. If we knew that Giannis was going to win, we all know he should know. Like,
and we have no insider information.
Yeah, we just from watching games and what everyone else is saying. Like, I mean, Giannis was going to win. That was going to happen. So him acting surprised and mad about it, you saw it coming. Well, I mean,
and like say, it pissed me off that I only got 16 votes. The question was never, is Giannis going to win this season? The question was, is it going to be unanimous?
Yes.
That was the question.
That was the question. So LeBron trying to be like, oh, I'm going to use this as motivation. Nah, get out of here with that.
Listen,
You knew before the playoffs started you weren't winning MVP. Don't even give me that. Don't even give me that.
People that say that LeBron should win MVP this season just must not like Anthony Davis. Because you want to look at like the 6 major stat categories.
Giannis was leading them, right?
Well, Giannis was leading them. But you want to look at just on the Lakers, the 6 major stat categories. You know who was leading LeBron in 5 of the 6? AD.
Yeah, AD's better than LeBron on his own team.
And you know what? I'm not afraid to say it. I think if the Lakers win the finals and win, and AD plays like he's playing right now, he'll win finals MVP.
Look, listen. I agree that they should look at the regular season and the playoffs to decide MVP. I totally agree with that. I really do. But because they don't, you have to look at regular season, and you're not really looking at bubble because they had their own bubble MVP.
Right.
And that was Dame. Although D-Book also deserved it. But Dame got it. Well deserved. I mean, so just because look at regular season, Giannis is the best regular season player right now.
Straight up.
LeBron shows up in the playoffs. He doesn't show up in the regular season because they like the Clippers. They just cruise. They don't really
on cruise control.
Yeah. So don't even give me that he's mad and oh I should have gotten. No, you knew full well. Like 3-4 months ago, you knew you weren't winning MVP.
Listen,
so
I hate people that think that the MVP award should be a narrative-based award. The only narrative-based award in professional sports is comeback player or most improved player. That's the only narrative-based award.
Yeah. Yeah.
MVP should never be a narrative-based award. It should always be based on stats. And the only way that I can say it's not based on stats is take that person off of the team. What are they? And everybody says, oh, well, if you take Giannis off of the Bucks, then they're still going to the playoffs. But if you take LeBron off of the Lakers, they're not going to the playoffs. Okay. I beg to differ.
Okay.
I beg to differ.
So, Giannis wasn't... I mean, James Harden was the leading scorer in the NBA, but he always is. Giannis is 5th on that list of scorers. He averaged 29.5 points in the regular season, right?
Yeah.
LeBron's 12th. He averaged 25 points.
Okay.
So Giannis averaged 4 more points. Now, I want to say Giannis has more rebounds.
Yeah.
Probably.
He plays in the paint more, but yeah.
Yeah, let's see. 13.6 rebounds, and LeBron only has 7.8.
Yeah.
The only thing LeBron has is assists, really.
Because LeBron's basically a point guard at this point.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's more postseason than regular season. So Giannis is more regular season. So it's a regular season award. Giannis won it, obviously. I mean, you could have made an argument for James Harden, but the way the Rockets kind of fell off, he wasn't winning it. Yeah. So LeBron acting butthurt is stupid. What about this though? Oh, you saw this? I want to get into this. This is funny. Bronny is smoking the weed. You saw that? You saw that? And then you saw the video of LeBron playing the harmonica, and everyone's like, "Oh, Bronny's dead."
Yeah.
Bronny's dead. When he gets back home from Orlando, that dude's dead.
He's done. Yeah, I saw that. And I love the meme. It's funny. Like LeBron.
That was funny.
Who gave Bronny the weed and just cuts the picture of JR.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
Oh, man. The JR and he memes are the best. Ah, man. Poor Bronny. R.I.P. Bronny James.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We'll miss you. We'll miss you.
That is funny. Yeah, so... oh, Lord. Yeah, so the playoffs, so we're getting to tonight's going to be game 3 for
Game 3 for that series, and then tomorrow will be game 4 for the Eastern series.
Yeah. So...
Boston, look at this. Game 4, Boston is favored to win that game.
They were favored to win all the games, I believe, so far. They were favored to win game 3, I know that.
Oh.
I remember seeing them. I remember they were like -3, I think.
The only person out right now is Romeo Langford for the Celtics.
The Celtics really want to win. Play Taco Fall.
Dude, just do it.
They were saying how Taco Fall's like their secret weapon. Well, play him. What are we doing? The dude doesn't even have to jump to dunk. He just has to go.
The spread's only 3 points.
Yeah, so...
In Celtics' favor, though.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad.
That don't mean nothing. It's a neutral court. I mean, the Heat...
Yeah. I think the Heat got this. If I'm kidding.
Now, look, I still wouldn't be surprised if we win 7 games, though. I would not be surprised. Like, if the Celtics won tonight, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, but I think the Heat win the next game.
Yeah, I think the Heat just have the correct mentality for this. I don't know, and we've been saying it. I've been saying it. You've definitely been saying it because you're more of a fan of the Heat than me. But they are built right.
They're built right.
They are built right, straight up.
Because we said this earlier. Like they don't have the stars.
They don't have a superstar. Jimmy Butler's the biggest name. Jimmy Butler is not a top tier superstar.
Now look, Bam Adebayo's going to become a superstar. I think Tyler Hero's going to become a superstar. I mean, they got potential superstars on that team right now, but they're just built as just a normal like anything you want in a basketball team besides the stars. Just like in terms of defense, shooting. Duncan Robinson is one of the best 3-point shooters in the game.
Yeah.
And he's showing it. So, like, you have that, and you have Jimmy Butler's mentality, which is a winning mentality.
And he's spreading that around the locker room.
It's infectious, and the guys are... And here's the thing. The problem with, like, Minnesota and maybe Philadelphia is, like, they weren't acceptable with the mentality. They didn't want that mentality, I guess. Like, Jimmy Butler was trying to instill that, the winning mentality, and they just couldn't deal with it, I guess. So now he's in a place that already kind of had that mentality because Pat Riley has that mentality.
Right.
So you bring to me, it's just a perfect marriage. Like it's just a perfect fit,
Marriage.
and it's paying dividends. And
Yeah.
I just love the way this team plays. To me, I think everyone's rooting. Honestly, if you had to pick if you had to poll everybody besides California, because all Californians stays LA.
Yeah.
California doesn't count. But if you pick the country, I feel like people are going to be rooting for the Heat more than anyone else. You know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're just a team that they're likable, but they're feisty. You know, they're good.
I mean, maybe if you're a 76ers fan, you're probably not rooting for the Heat, but whatever.
All right, well, we're going to end this episode here, guys. Good show today. Good show.
Good
Thursday we have a week 3 preview in our picks.
picks.
And we'll probably get into more basketball, hopefully, too.
But
Be a
a lot
fun.
less.
Yeah. So this has been Sportschat with DJ Matt. Remember, follow us on Instagram at Sportschat DJ Matt 1. If you missed any part of the show, it's on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.